Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we will be playing in the American Tier 10 Tech Tree Heavy Tank, the T110E4, a vehicle that Wargaming just can't seem to get a grip on. They balance it one way, and then they say, I don't like that idea, let's balance it this way. I don't like that either, this way, this way. This tank has flip-flopped back and forth at least a couple times now on what they want the outlook to be. Originally, they kept buffing the armor, making the hatch better, so they kind of wanted it to make a pseudo-heavy. But then they said, nah, let's scratch that. Let's make the gun really good. Let's give it .308 dispersion. Let's make the DPM solid, but slower turret traverse. That way it's more accurate on the move. Nah, scrap that. Let's give it another bunch of HP. Let's give the tank more armor on the hatch. Let's make it more armor in general. Yeah, that's what we want. Oh, and buff the DPM a crazy amount to what we're at now. And that's where we are. The T110E4 is once again completely changed to what it is. It was .308 dispersion, and now sits at .353. That is quite a big dispersion nerf, probably about a 20%. But the vehicle now has 3,000 base damage per minute. That means if you're running gun rammer, you can get up to 3250 DPM, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Personally, I like running Cali, just to get that good high explosive pen, 105 millimeters of it. So yeah, we're gonna try it out. What it does have a lot of is hit points at 2,120. That's a crazy amount. I don't know how the tank personally plays, but I talked to my friend and he said it is really good. So we will see. Personally, as I've said in the past over and over and over, if you want my opinion on what should be done to balance this tank, it is very simple. Slice that hatch off and make it what it was previous patch. That's all it needs. If the tank didn't have a hatch, it would literally be so much more enjoyable. That is the real problem with Wargaming when it comes to balance, is they say, we don't know how to balance the tank's armor profile. You know what? Slap a big old tumor on the roof. That'll help it out. No, it doesn't. Putting hatches on vehicles that you cannot hide just makes the tank less enjoyable for everybody to drive. That's all it does. For example, the VZ55 is an amazing haul-down tank, but, as I've talked to a lot of good players already about the tank, the major thing they don't love about the tank is the fact that no matter how haul-down you are, you can still be hitting the hatch. That's quite an irritating virtue that definitely destroys some of the fun you can have in the vehicle. Now, in front of us, we do have a Progetto, who, if he would just slightly back up, come on, no! No! Come on, back up, yes! Oh, you know, we're just gonna... Now, I can tell you as a fun fact, if this was the previous update, that shell would not have missed, but, our .35 dispersion has now made that shell not go the way we wanted it to. Now, I'm not going to say that this tank is worse off than it was before, because it's not. It's different, and in a good way, I would say. Let's back up. Let's see if we can get a bounce from this VK. Going to stick my gun up, and nice. We did get a bounce, and we were able to actually block a shell with our gun. That's something a lot of people don't realize you can actually do. Ooh, I do not know how we penned that. At 57, he tracked that Super Conk, and I was obviously trying to shoot aside, and he got spun into me, and I thought we weren't going to be able to hit that shell, but turns out we were. Okay, well, let's see if this VK pokes it. It looks like he was. We can see that tree did get knocked down. Oh, we're not able to hit that just yet. No! Every time I look away for half a second, somebody else pokes it, but that's fine. We're going to just push on over here. We're going to get to the VK72 and see if we can get a big old bonker in. 12.7 second reload is basically the same as the VZ, except we've got a massive chunk of alpha. And look at that, 733 roll there. That's pretty dang insane. I mean, people don't realize just how crazy good the gun is on this tank until they start playing it, but it's pretty dang insane. So this guy, he's dead. There you go, very easy clear. At this point, the enemy has 3 tanks left, an AIM X50B, which is right off to our side, a Concept, and the FV4202. We get a nice ram into the Concept. We can't HE him, but you know what? That's still 900 hit points we chunked off of that guy. At this point, we're just going to reload up again. We got 5 more seconds left before we can get another shell. Let's put our adrenaline on. Oh, why I pity the fool. He got obliterated. Alright, well, I can't really say the E4 did anything exceptional this game, because the enemy just kind of spoon-fed us the damage, but I can't complain. We did 3,300 and came out with a pretty solid victory. Alright, not too bad. I always find it weird when I try to see and gauge how a tank has been balanced, and then Wargaming just throws me a battle like that, where I literally can't gauge anything because it's just an instant victory. Oh well, let's try another battle here. Let's see if we get to actually test some of the attributes. But what you did see is at least sticking your gun barrel up kind of like an elephant trunk does actually make your turret kind of troll to pen, especially on the hatch. It's really the only way you can somewhat try and get bounces. Now, the hatch did get buffed to about 190 thick, which isn't great, I'll be honest. I mean, maybe you'll get the occasional bounce from standard ammo, but until that hatch is E3 levels of thickness, it's not going to matter. It's always going to be penetrable. So up against us, what do we have? We have a 60 TP, FE2 and 5B183. I don't really care. I'll be honest, I don't read enemy lineups. I usually just do very similar things the majority of my battles. Now, something I do like a lot about the E4 is the fact that it's actually quite mobile. It has a top speed of 35, and even though it's not the fastest tank, it does actually feature a pretty solid power to weight that allows it to get up to speed. So RVZ is playing somewhat aggressive. They have 3 heavies, so I am going to be passive aggressive, because obviously I don't want to put myself in a position that I can't hold, and that is exactly what I'm worried about here with the fact that our medium flank has not spotted any heavies. So I'm going to push more like this way, and well, there's a Foch, which I somehow spotted. I have not been spotted myself, but we did spot him. Okay, well, it's a decent spot. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, that's not very fun. All right, let's see it. Yeah, look at that. Big ol' slap into that enemy FE4202. And now we back on up. Okay, not too bad. Let's reload again. Let's see if we can get another big ol' slap-a-rooney out. 60 crosses. Come on, E3, go for it. And bonk. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Now, we do have the Foch aiming at me, but we were able to back up fast enough. Okay. My mouse is complaining about lag, but he hasn't even moved yet. Maybe if he moved, it would be, I don't know, a bit of a help. Who could have thought that? All right, well, we can see at this point in time that the enemy team is playing quite aggressive. We got the 113, who's going to cross, and a bonk. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Let's stick our gun barrel up, see if we can get a bounce. Nice. We did actually get a bounce right on the hatch. Okay, I'm not going to complain. We got a bounce. Yes. All right. Well, let's reload. Oh, there's the enemy E3 aiming, and a bonk. Oh, well, we can see where the gun's nerfed accuracy once again hurts us. That was just unfortunate, really, is the best way to word it. Now, we do actually out-DPM this E3, which is quite nice, so we should just be able to slap him. There you go. Back on up, wiggle, 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 and right through the hatch. Well, great example of why the E4's armor will never matter. It really is a great example. You can buff this tank as many ways as you want. It's never going to change the hatch. I'm glad that we experimented with this, because it still showcases this tank needs work, but it is doing better. Let's aim it on the 4202. There you go. You're welcome. E3's dead, and the 183's over there. And I'm hoping that I was able to help out this mouse enough. There you go. We got a kill. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the T110E4. I think it's pretty fun. We still have 900 health left this game. That increased HP is definitely going to make it a better tank for frontlining. Do I think that this tank is insanely good? I don't know. I'll have to play it more. We didn't really get a crazy enough game to experiment with the new capabilities, but what I'll say is that the DPM increase is nice. It's going to allow this tank to play frontline more, and I think that's what Wargaming's really trying to hit home here, is rather than this tank playing backline like a camping tank, they want you to play frontline and use this like a kind of pseudo-heavy. I think that's actually great because of the fact that this thing has a lot of HP now and crazy good pen, now featuring great DPM. It's amazing. So I think the E4 is great. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, but yeah, I'm going to be playing this thing a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.